Giants, talking serpents, time warps, and vanishing prophets, the Bible is filled with mind-bending mysteries that defy logic and have puzzled scholars for centuries. Are they mere stories, or do they hold deeper truths? Stick around. Number 1 might rewrite what you thought you knew about heaven. Subscribe for deep Bible insights that will blow your mind. Genesis tells us that Enoch walked with God. A simple phrase, yet it speaks of a profound intimacy, a connection so deep that Enoch seemed to exist in both the mortal and divine realms. And then, he was no more. No grand funeral, no earthly tomb, just a stark absence where a man once walked. Enoch's story is a testament to the power of unwavering faith, a beacon reminding us that even amidst the chaos of the world, a life lived in true communion with God can lead to an extraordinary end. Emerging from the swirling mists of prehistory, we encounter the Nephilim, enigmatic beings whose origins are shrouded in mystery and legend. These weren't just tall tales spun around campfires but stories that have been passed down through generations, capturing the imagination of countless cultures. The Nephilim were beings of such extraordinary size and strength that they were spoken of with awe and terror, their presence etched into the annals of history. Were they the offspring of angels who descended from the heavens, captivated by the daughters of men, as some ancient texts suggest? Or did their origins lie beyond the stars, evidence of celestial visitors who left an indelible mark on our world, influencing the course of human history? Did the divine and earthly realms once intersect more freely, allowing for such extraordinary beings to walk among us? Were these encounters the source of myths and legends that echo across cultures from the ancient Sumerians to the Greeks and beyond? The Nephilim remain an enigma, a tantalizing puzzle piece in the grand tapestry of creation, their true nature and origins still debated by scholars and enthusiasts alike. Their story is a reminder of the vast unknowns that still exist in our understanding of the past, a mystery that continues to intrigue and inspire. Their story reminds us that some mysteries may never be fully solved, but that the search for answers can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the cosmos we inhabit. As we continue to explore these ancient tales, we uncover more about our own place in the universe and the timeless quest for knowledge that defines humanity. Imagine a desert landscape, harsh and unforgiving. Out of this barren scene, a solitary bush erupts in flames. But this is no ordinary fire, for it burns without consuming, a paradox that stops Moses in his tracks. This was no mere natural phenomenon. It was a sign, a beacon from beyond the veil of the everyday. The image of the burning bush has resonated through the ages, a symbol of divine presence and unexpected revelation. It reminds us that God often speaks to us in whispers, in the quiet moments of contemplation, in the seemingly insignificant details of our lives. A lavish feast, a king drunk on power and wine, and then, from the ethereal realm, a hand materializes, its spectral fingers moving with eerie grace across the palace wall. Silence descends upon the boisterous hall as the disembodied hand inscribes a chilling message in a language unknown to those present. The message, once deciphered, spelled doom for the arrogant king, a stark reminder that even in the midst of earthly splendor, divine judgment awaits those who disregard the laws of heaven. The story serves as a chilling reminder that our actions have consequences, that hubris and disregard for the divine will ultimately lead to our downfall. It is a stark and unsettling parable that transcends time and culture, speaking to the very core of the human condition. In a world governed by the laws of nature, the idea of an animal speaking seems absurd, the stuff of fairy tales and children's fables. We often dismiss such notions as mere flights of fancy, relegated to the realm of bedtime stories and imaginative tales. Yet in the Book of Numbers we encounter just such an anomaly, Balaam's talking donkey. This story stands out as one of the most curious and intriguing episodes in the Bible, challenging our understanding of the natural world. The donkey, gifted with temporary sight beyond the realm of the ordinary, sees an angel standing in the path, a celestial being invisible to the prophet riding upon her back. This moment of divine intervention is both startling and enlightening, but why a donkey? Why not a more majestic or noble creature? Why choose such a humble creature, often seen as stubborn and unintelligent, to deliver a divine message? The choice of a donkey is both deliberate and symbolic. It was a testament to the fact that God can work through anyone, anything, to accomplish his will. This story reminds us that no one is too insignificant to be used for a greater purpose. The talking donkey serves as a humorous yet profound reminder that God's ways are not our ways. His sense of humor and irony often catch us off guard. His methods are often unconventional, his chosen instruments unexpected. Through this story, we learn to expect the unexpected and to remain open to the myriad ways in which the divine can manifest in our lives. Imagine a battlefield, the clash of swords, the cries of warriors echoing across the valley, and then silence. The sun, suspended in its celestial journey, hangs motionless in the sky. Joshua, a leader facing insurmountable odds, utters a prayer, a desperate plea for divine intervention, and in a moment that defies the laws of nature, the heavens heed his call. This wasn't just a prolonged day, but a disruption of the very fabric of reality, a testament to the power of God to intervene in the affairs of humankind. It speaks to the awe-inspiring power of faith, the potential for the human spirit to connect with the divine and in doing so, achieve the seemingly impossible. Picture a fiery chariot descending from the heavens, drawn by steeds of pure light. It is a sight that has captivated the imaginations of believers for centuries, the dramatic departure of the prophet Elijah. Unlike any other mortal who had walked the earth, Elijah was not destined for a conventional end. Instead, in a whirlwind of fire and divine energy, he was swept up into the heavens, leaving behind only a whisper of his passing. What became of Elijah? Did he ascend to a realm beyond human comprehension, a place where the faithful find eternal reward? Elijah's ascent stands as a beacon of hope and inspiration, a reminder that there are mysteries beyond our comprehension, and that the faithful may find themselves walking paths that lead to destinations beyond our wildest dreams. As the sky darkened over Golgotha, and the earth trembled beneath the weight of a momentous sacrifice, a profound and unsettling event occurred, one that whispered of life beyond the grave. The veil of the temple, that sacred barrier separating the Holy of Holies from the outside world, was torn from top to bottom, and as if in answer to this cosmic rent, tombs throughout the land were thrown open, yielding their silent occupants. These weren't the walking dead of our nightmares, but resurrected saints. Individuals who had long ago departed this mortal coil, now imbued with new life. The resurrection of the saints at Jesus' death remains an enigma, a tantalizing clue to the mysteries that lie beyond the reach of our understanding. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, the wind whipping at your clothes, the world spread out beneath you like a vast tapestry. Now picture this: the figure beside you, the man you knew as a humble teacher, begins to radiate light, his garments becoming dazzlingly white. This was the experience of Peter, James, and John, the disciples who witnessed the transfiguration of Jesus. It was a moment of profound spiritual revelation, a glimpse behind the veil of the mundane where the divine shone through with breathtaking clarity. But the transfiguration wasn't just about Jesus' transformation, it was about who appeared beside him. Moses and Elijah, towering figures from Israel's history, long passed from this earthly realm, stood conversing with Jesus as if no time had passed at all. And then there's Revelation, the final book of the Bible, a swirling maelstrom of cryptic visions, apocalyptic imagery, and symbolic language that has both captivated and confounded readers for centuries. This book, written by John of Patmos, is a complex tapestry of prophecy and allegory, filled with vivid and often terrifying imagery that has sparked countless interpretations and debates. Dragons with 7 heads, a beast rising from the sea, a woman clothed with the sun, these are just a few of the enigmatic figures that populate the landscape of John's vision. Each symbol, each figure, seems to carry a weight of meaning that transcends time and culture, inviting readers to delve deeper into their significance. Is Revelation a literal roadmap of future events, a coded message from God about the end of the world? Or is it a more abstract, symbolic narrative meant to convey deeper spiritual truths about the human condition and the cosmic struggle between good and evil? Or is it something else entirely, a symbolic representation of the spiritual battles that rage within us and around us? Perhaps it is a mirror reflecting the internal and external conflicts that define our existence, urging us to confront our own demons and strive for a higher purpose. Revelation, with its enigmatic visions and cryptic prophecies, serves as a reminder that we live in a world teetering on the brink of both destruction and renewal. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and consider the deeper implications of our actions and beliefs. It is a call to action, urging us to choose the path of righteousness, to fight for justice and peace, and to live each day as if it were our last. In a world fraught with uncertainty, Revelation offers a vision of hope and a challenge to make a positive impact. The mysteries of Revelation may never be fully unraveled, but perhaps that is part of their power. They compel us to seek, to question, and to reflect on the profound mysteries of life, faith, and the universe itself. These aren't just stories, they challenge what we think is possible. They remind us that the universe is full of wonders we can barely comprehend, full of mysteries that may never be fully explained. The unknown isn't a threat, it's a reminder of God's greatness. Which mystery shocked or intrigued you most? Tell us in the comments. And subscribe and hit the bell for more mysteries, miracles, and moments that grow your faith.